All right. Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians. Mr. Abhisar Murmu. What happened here?
So once
Well,
again, Mumbai
what did
failed
we?
to.
Who did we predict? Who did we predict to win this? I think you.
I think
You
I had
predicted.
DC. I think I had DC
Yeah,
just because I really like DC. No, I think we both picked DC out of spite.
I think we did too, and I'm glad it worked out.
So first things first, DC at this point in the season have still failed to score 160 plus.
It's actually honestly surprising.
And then most notably, Hardik Pandya first ball duck. Rohit Sharma played decently well, but Hardik Pandya, Kunal Pandya, and Karen Pollard combined for 4 of 11.
Man, that
Runs off 11
dude,
balls.
this just goes to show that if Mumbai does not play on like a batting friendly ground like Wankhede or Bangalore or something like that, because like Chennai just traps them. I don't know why.
I think it's
Or it's just this year.
I think it's also very it's about chasing. Like there's been times when like this has to be like kind of pressure where like they have to do it. Like we've seen Andre Russell like been trash, but then that one game when they needed like a monster, yeah, that comes later actually. Spoiler alert. But like that one game
Before
went off, right? One, I think Amit. I mean, I didn't look at the man of the match, but Amit Mishra gets Rohit Sharma out, gets Hardik Pandya for a duck, confuses the hell out of Ishan Kishan, and then
How old is he?
LBWs Pollard. I don't know. I just feel like he's been.
Dude, some people in the
Boring
Reddit chat
forever.
were like, low-key, can we have Amit Mishra as our spinner? Because, like, the plan is having Jadeja as one of our spinners, and then having another specialist spinner, or just going with Washington.
Amit Mishra is really good. I'm gonna look it up actually.
But he's in, like, 30-something, 39?
He has to be 30 something. I feel like he's been bowling forever. 38. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know a bit more about history than me.
He's like a true veteran, like a literally true veteran. Looking at the score sheet, nothing really that impressive. I think.
I remember they opened with Marcus Stoinis. I think that was pretty funny. Pon's captaincy has been interesting. I'm gonna say that. He seems to always bowl out his main bowlers super fast, and then leaves one of his part timers for the death. I mean, I guess most teams do that for the 20th over, but like, you know, because the 19th over is more important. But still,
Yeah.
it's been an interesting captaincy. My problem with this match is all the Mumbai players are Indian national team players. So I'm happy at one point that they're doing bad, but at the same time, Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya and Bumrah's not really out of form, but like we need Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav's doing well, but like we need these India players to fire consistently for the World Cup. So I'm like conflicted. I'm conflicted right now.
I remember watching this game, and I forget who it was specifically, but it was I think Marcus Stoinis and Avesh Khan who got the first 2 wickets, and like dude, they were screaming so much. Like Avesh Khan screams a lot. He's a very like passionate dude. But him and Stoinis,
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with it if he delivers.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but no, I'm just saying they took this game really seriously, and it like showed.
I know.
So
I remember this as well.
And then going to DC's batting, Dhawan had a really solid innings again. I think he has I keep forgetting which is purple or orange, but he has the cap still. So Prithvi Shaw didn't play that well, but I'll get into this later about how like I think Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan are an insanely good IPL opening duo.
Yeah, no, they are. Best, in my opinion, the 2 best is Sean Dhawan or Gaikwad and Faf. Although we'll get to that.
I mean, yeah, that just makes sense.
So, but I do think no, because Gaikwad failed the first 2 times. I do think Shaw and Dhawan are the best opening partnership this season. So,
And then apparently I saw something where Rahul Chahar has the most T20 wickets this year. Like not IPL, T20 wickets this year. He has 20 T20 wickets.
I could see that because he played all the matches, right, for England. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that.
Bumrah did not have a good game. Neither did Rabada. Rabada was the most expensive DC bowler, which is a lot considering that shows like he's not even playing that badly. Like economy of 8 is not that bad. This shows how good everyone else is, but like he's not the same. And that's yeah.
But what do you think of this Chennai pitch, man? I don't know what to make of it, honestly. I texted you, like, I have new respect for CSK and what they've been able to accomplish on this pitch, because this pitch eats people up. like
Yeah.
nothing. It's kind of ridiculous actually.
That kind of goes into the next game
Mhm.
where Kings 11 don't know what they did. So it's a fun stat. David Warner in the past 10 innings against Kings 11 has hit 950s.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And then
Yeah.
these dudes, I swear down, they scored like 200 the other day. And then they get out for 120.
I don't understand. You have Rahul Agarwal, Chris Gale.
No, it's not that. Those dudes
Like-
perform on somewhat level. It's Nicholas Puran, Deepak Hooda, who never have a good game together. I swear, like, there's been they
Yeah, I
either
know.
one gets a duck and one scores something, or it's the other way around.
You've seen Puran scores, right? It's like 0
Yeah.
for 2, 0 for 1, 0
Yeah.
for 0.
And then like 65 off 20.
This run out was the stupidest thing. in a
Wait, no,
long
it was.
time.
I think it was a really good run up by David. I forget what happened exactly, but I remember watching it and being like,
Or am I thinking of another one? Oh, no, I'm thinking of
Another one.
Jadeja's run out in another game. Never mind.
Another note I had after this game was, I think Mayank Agarwal at this time was not doing as well as Chris Gale, so I was thinking maybe Chris Gale should start. But I guess they don't really care that much about it.
No, like the Rahul Agarwal partnership is okay. One of them is going to get out early unless both of them fire. If one of them gets out early, Gale slots in. They have
yeah.
the number one T20 international player in the world, David Milan, on the bench. They've not used him yet. I don't think they have to really, but because he's English, so he's not going to be good in India that much.
Yeah.
But everybody's super mad about that. But at the same time, they're not. So because I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd say
Because he was absolutely terrible for England during the T20 series. So I don't know, like if that decision's warranted. It's not even their batting. Okay, it is their batting that's the problem. It's just I don't like their middle order. No, like nobody even had a high score in this match. I'm looking at the scorecard right now.
it's Shah Rukh Khan 22, and Mayank.
Yeah.
So I'll say this now because it'll get proved on later. Kings 11 are the most inconsistent team.
No, yeah.
Like I
easily.
swear they
They've
either
made the
score
playoffs
under one.
once.
No, I'm saying this
or-
season. I'm saying this season.
No, this season? Yeah. I know. I agree for every season, including this season.
They're both capable of scoring 120 all out, and another day getting
Or 106,
200
106
plus.
all out.
No, or 200
Yeah, they did make
plus.
200 plus, didn't they?
And I get that the pitch changes it, right? But like, come on, man. Like,
No,
It's
I
kind of
know, but like
capitulation.
that's kind of stupid.
This
No,
was-
even
this
at
is-
Chennai, each team should be making 140 plus. 120, 130 is stupid, okay?
I mean, you don't
Like,
you do have to realize this. You are going against Rashid Khan.
Yeah, although we'll talk about what happened to Rashid Khan
yeah.
today.
I mean, I didn't watch this game, but
Okay, I'll tell you. But
then this is a very boring.
what did he go?
game.
He had 4.25 economy. No, it was I mean, it's just simple. Punjab
yeah.
makes 120 all out. Sunrisers easy work of a chase in 18.4 overs. It was a pretty damn boring game.
So here's the thing, right? Like, if Sunrisers, like I was like, they were like, bro, like this team had such bad luck with chasing and winning. If they somehow found a way to lose this game, I would have done. Thank God they won this game. David Warner got to a slow start. Barrister started playing really well. If I'm
Bears was
Sunrisers, I know
They finally
I know
put Kane Williamson in here.
Yeah, that's the first Kane Williamson.
Even though he was injured. I know he was injured before, so I'll let that slide. But like it just shows like Kane Williamson, brings a lot to the Sunrisers side.
He brings stability.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the best IPL player because he's more of a class like ODI player, whatever, patient.
No, yeah, but yeah.
My first thing was if I'm Sunrisers and I have those three starting up, I know my middle order is weak, but you have to have a higher net run rate for this game than 0.38.
Yeah.
I really think.
So my problem with Sunrisers has always been this, okay, and it's still the problem. Your three batsmen opening, like your top three batsmen, are all overseas players. India has an abundance of opening batsmen. That's the main problem. Is you
That's a
can't,
good point. That's a good point.
like the only team that has been able to open with two overseas was CSK 2014-2015 with Dwayne Smith and Brendan McCullum, and they were the only team that were successful. Every other team that has tried like so many what are you doing? You're having all the Indian bowlers and Rashid Khan, and nobody's there to back up Rashid Khan, and then you have all the other overseas all-rounders in your team,
Vijay
Nabi,
Shankar.
Jason Holder, right? Who you can't use. right?
good point.
And
It's a
that's
very good
I
point.
think that's the secret problem with Sunrisers is they're relying so much on overseas players and overseas top order batsmen, which is in abundance
Not even just
in
top order, just
India.
like even like third or fourth. Like who's actually hitting third or fourth from India in Sunrisers? Like Kedar Jadhav, Vijay Shankar, Virat Singh, right? Like you look at like people like Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. There's all these like KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal. These dudes that have been like very good. They just have like the worst of the not the worst. They just don't have the best Indian players. And it's an Indian Premier League. That's
Yeah.
a very good point. I didn't think about that. And then
Anything else to say?
that's it. We go on from this shocking game to a very, very, very good game. I have so many notes on this game.
What was the other one? Oh, the big one. Okay.
I have so many notes on this game, but I'm not going to go through all of it.
Oh,
because we don't have time.
this was my favorite game of the tournament until the one run thing happened. We'll talk about that later, but this was definitely my favorite game of the tournament until then. Oh my god. Wow. Gaikwad finds his form,
This was the
backed up beautifully by Faf. And just no,
The last-
you take it. You take it, yeah.
the last time we talked about a Gaikwad. We said get rid of him.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Because
What-
I said
what
get
is he
rid of him
doing?
because you
And-
have Uthappa standing
No,
there.
and then
I'm like, if,
and then we were both and then you said specifically, but I think Dhoni knows what he's doing.
no,
Next
because
game.
I know Dhoni never like he always backs up his players and they always come through no matter what, except Kedar Jadhav. But we don't talk
Yeah.
about him.
But yeah, so I mean it's pretty standard stuff. Not standard, but pretty solid stuff. Gaikwad 64-42. Faf's a bit slower and then starts to pick
Gaikwad's
it up.
stroke making, oh my god. Gaikwad actually made me appreciate stroke making, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so good. And then I don't know, okay, because I don't know what CSK did. We'll talk about KKR because their innings was special. But I don't know what CSK did this year. But their intent and the fact that they bat all the way down to 10 or 11, depending on if Ngidi plays or not. You know, just the fact that they have such a deep batting lineup and such aggressive players
They have-
in Moeen
yeah,
Ali
that's
and
the thing.
Jadeja and Sam Curran and all that, right? It's like I never assumed CSK would get to like 220. I know they've done it before, okay? I know that. But like
That
CSK
was
has
back
always
in the
been a
day.
one. Yeah, CSK has always been a 160, 170 team, usually. And then
That's
they've been
very
able to
true.
choke the batsmen with their spinners, right?
Even
But
in
it's
like
just nice seeing the intent now, you know?
I'm thinking
And
like,
on the bigger grounds in the UAE last year, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all that stuff, right? Sharjah especially. You know, they got like absolutely destroyed. Their spinners could not do anything. They did not have the intent. They always got low scores. It was kind of bad. So that I'm glad they fixed that this season. So you take it away now.
so like you said, like when I think veteran CSK teams, I'm still thinking. I mean, like, IPL back then was also a lot slower, to be fair. But like you think Dwayne Bravo, Doug Ballinger, Albie Markle, Morning Markle, Michael Hussey, Brendan McCullum, like these are like little gods back then, and no one hit 200. Like 200 was like nothing back, like not nothing, everything back then. These dudes smashed 220 using only 3 batters out. That like because that took Moeen Ali, Dhoni over 200 strike rates, and then Jadeja hits a first ball 6.
Oh, I was surprised about Dhoni in this match. In all honesty,
So I think that it was the last ball of the innings. I think for that first ball 6. And
oh yeah,
if I'm-
it was almost caught.
Yeah,
almost
it was
caught.
almost caught. And if I'm KKR, I'm thinking, what the hell, man? Like 214. We had to score 6 more runs after that. KKR had the most abysmal start. So far. Let's go to the bowling.
Bowling for what? Bowling for CSK or bowling
KKR's bowling.
bowling for KKR?
Varun Chakravarti, their best bowler, like 6.75. Pat Cummins has been the most expensive bowler, I'm pretty sure, this IPL.
But he had redemption, which we'll talk
He
about
has
later.
redemption, yeah. And everyone else was expensive too.
Remember how I said that this team would depend on Narayan and Russell's form, okay? I said that at the beginning, okay?
And I said that too.
definitely
Ryan,
showed.
Russell, and Morgan.
Yeah, that definitely showed. I don't know what's happening to Morgan, but
Oh, dude,
we'll talk about him.
I
We'll talk
hope
about him
that
later.
team-
No,
yeah,
we'll talk about him later.
yeah.
But we'll finish the bowlers. I mean, in a 220, all the bowlers are going to get smacked. The best one, I'm actually really surprised Chakrabarti went at a 6.75 economy.
That's
Everybody
'cause-
else got smacked.
That's
So
because
it's whatever.
he's the best bowler. But yeah, wait, I want
No,
to
yeah,
get
he is, yeah.
I want to get into KKR's batting, where
Collapse
Out of
plus Deepak Chahar.
out of the first 5, literally the top order, not a single person gets double digits.
Yeah.
They go from 27-3 to 31-5. At this point of the game, at this point in the season, Ian Morgan has had 45 runs off 4 innings with a strike rate of 112.
Yep,
And
that's World Cup winning captain right
and,
there.
and that's just IPL, right? I'm looking back in England against India, right?
No,
22,
he was crap.
22 off 30, 1 off 4, 4 off 6. Like, what? He's the captain of an IPL team, and he's playing.
I know, but he's like Dhoni's specialist captain, except Dhoni has years and years of experience behind him and the love of India.
No, but
and Morgan does not.
captaining is one thing. I'm saying if you're the captain,
But he's not even that good of a captain. That's the thing.
No, captain is one thing. Play better, just bat better. I
know that. That's the problem. I know.
And so yeah,
Morgan's form is up. Morgan's form is the problem, and the problem is this: because he's an overseas captain, like you can't drop him, and he's wasting an overseas slot.
Yeah.
Unless you drop him from captaincy as well. So that's always a problem with overseas captains. Before we move on to the show that happened with KKR, I want to talk about Deepak Chahar.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like Deepak Chahar, but he's not my favorite bowler. Reason being is he either gets 0 wickets, or he bowls and goes for so many runs in the power play, or he bowls absolutely beautifully. 4 wickets, 5 wickets, 6 wickets. Okay, like I've seen this guy blow so hot and cold. This season, I think he had 0-4, 0-4, 0 or something. Stupid like that, right?
Yeah, he's had some very off games and very like.
Yeah. So and it's always been the case with him, and it will happen in the power play because power play is the toughest.
I did say in the beginning of this whole thing that I think that either Rahul Chher or Deepak Chher is going to take a hat trick. I don't know why I said that. I think I just said that because they have the same last name, but it looks like it might happen.
Yeah.
So
before we move on to the onslaught, we'll say Deepak Chahar tore through them, and I literally thought that they would get bowled out for under 49 and RCB memes would be over. But then Andre Russell and Dinesh Karthik had something to say about that.
Before that,
okay.
I was looking at the post-match interview, and Dhoni said that he doesn't necessarily love it when his team takes too many early wickets because then the middle order comes up, having to do a monstrous task. And the middle order,
they bat fearlessly.
Middle order only knows how to bat one way at desperate times. They just bomb it, and it puts pressure on the bowling, right? Like, so you see DK, Andre, Pat Cummins, Shardul Thakur, his first over in, absolutely destroyed. Like I think
Dude, I was so mad.
I think that
this
last
guy was
ball
so
went
good
out.
during the England series.
I think that last ball 6 went out in literally 1 second. Literally 1 second. And then DK and Dre, they put up a partnership 54 of 26. It's kind of nervous, right? But then you're like 31-5. Like, how are you going to lose this game? Then Dre gets a 50, second fastest 50 of the season, right?
Yeah.
And then Sam Curran.
Who was the first? Deepak Huda was the first? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Then Sam Curran bowls absolute stunner. What a ball, right?
Oh, yeah. Dude, okay, that ball, Andre Russell moved out of the way or something because he bowled him behind his legs, okay? If he just kept there...
No, because what happened is it's because... So I think... I mean, maybe I'm thinking stupid. Like, Taco gave him a lot of length balls, right? A lot of wide length balls. So I think for some reason Dre was expecting that. So he was prepping to, smash it again. And then he just goes to the leg side, absolutely stuns him.
I think that's what happened as well, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're thinking, CSK got this in the bag. Dre Russell's out. And then DK goes Nidaha's finals mode.
Okay, I never knew how good of a batsman Dinesh Karthik was because he's always been in the MS Dhoni shadow, right? But I've never realized how good of a batsman was until you showed me that video.
Yeah, he's just a little bit inconsistent, but then he pops off.
No, he is,
right? Yeah. And then Ngidi plums him. I'm like, okay, surely he's done, right? And then I look at Pat Cummins, and I'm like, okay, I know this dude. I think this dude's best IPL score before that was like 30-something, 39, right? I'm like, this dude's big and white.
Dude, to tell you how uncommon, okay, Pat Cummins is the #1 test bowler in the world right now, okay? That means I do not expect him to bat, okay? But I know he does bat for Australia because all of Australia's tail bats in tests.
Everyone in India, unless you're like Mitchell Stark or some crap.
Yeah. All of Australia's tail bats.
I was watching this game with my friend and I was like, this dude's big and Australian. He might do some damage, right? 7 wickets down. 73 needed off 29. And Pat Cummins, oh my, before coming
Dude,
to this
this is so
game
sad.
had an highest total of 34
Mm-hmm.
with an
Mm-hmm.
average strike rate of 133.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Mm-hmm.
What does he do? Charlotte Talker, Sam Curran, and everyone else.
Dude, Sam Kern's 30
Absolute,
run over. Oh my god, that was so
abs-
sad.
absolutely demolishes him. Right, and
I
then
kept texting you. I'm like, they're gonna lose this, aren't they?
yeah, no,
And I was not even mad. I was not even mad that CSK was gonna lose this. Okay, because like this was quite possibly just the best middle order batting display I've ever seen, like in a long time. Okay,
yeah.
this was so good,
If
and
you
he
really think
remained
about
not
it,
out.
if you think about it,
Yeah.
the top five combined scored less than the scored less than DK. I'm pretty sure 9,874, 9,0874. That's what 28
Yes.
runs,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Misdirect worry. Yep.
DK, Dravos, Pat Cummins combined for 160.
Yep.
That's mental,
Mm-hmm.
mental, right? I
Pretty
mean,
incredible.
and that's
And then
that's the kind of stuff they need to do more often. Maybe not that level, but they've done the thing is they've done nothing to show that in this season, right? So one day with 31-5, I'm like, alright, it's done up, and then they just pop off, but it's just too much to ask for three people. Um,
But then Nagarkoti and Chakravarti and Prashi Krishna, they forgot how to run.
yeah,
Like,
I was about to say that Chakravarti, there was one run, I think the 18th over, and he didn't go back and or something, and he has to, right? Like
you
like
put Pat Cummins on strike. You sacrifice
always,
yourself.
always, all the time. Like
Yeah.
make them throw the ball, right? And second, I think during those overs, Cummins was making sure like he can't take singles, right? Like that the strike rate is way too high. He can't take singles, and I mean at the end of the day, CSK they cleaned up, right?
I mean, they had too many runs. Like it was always
Yeah,
going to
it
be too many
was
runs,
just too
even
much.
with that. But like,
But
yeah.
but
And
like
I always knew Dhoni would pull it out. But I wanted that. Like I was excited watching KKR bat like this. Okay.
this, it just goes to show.
Andre Russell is one of my favorite batsmen when he's
Yeah,
on.
when he's on,
I
and
was
when
really excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Pat Cummins is not because he's Australian. So that
Pat
kind of
Cummins
annoyed
is,
me a little bit.
I feel like Pat Cummins. I feel like a lot of Australian bowlers, some of them get like slandered a lot. Not slandered a lot. They don't get their name out there as well as enough because they're not. They don't.
No,
Like,
but he's
pale
potential captain. He's potential captain
Yeah.
for the Australian
no,
Test team.
but
now.
I'm saying you think about people like you think about like a lot of Australian, New Zealand bowlers, even from the past, like they're not like as good. Like they don't look as good as they are because they're not Brett Lee, because they're not Mitchell Stark, because they're not Trent Bolt, right? But like Pat Cummins is good, Matt Henry's good. Like all these dudes are solid. They're just like the team is so good that like Pat Cummins probably starts off like early in his career as like one of the lower bowlers, and now he's just like you said, number one or something shit.
So he's
So-
also potential captain for Australia, which I wanted to ask you that one thing. Like I've never seen bowlers be captain usually. Why is that a thing?
I mean, I think
So 'cause they get
Dhoni was the kind of
Too
first
tired or
person-
something?
I think Dhoni was the first person to kind of engineer. Or maybe he was or was it? Dhoni was one of the first people to kind of invent the whole keeper's captain kind of thing. Not invent.
Yeah,
but
him and
innovate it.
Sangakkara too, I guess.
Sangakkara, yeah. I did, exactly. They both did it in their primes in the World Cup. Trying to think what positions other people played. Not that I can think of. It's usually like opening batsman.
It was also.
Or-
Well, I mean, it happened before. Gilchrist was one of them. for Australia.
Gilchrist, yeah. Kevin Gilchrist did
Yeah,
it
yeah.
first, actually.
Yes, so
Gilchrist
it
is
did
one.
happen, but
I think now it happens a
No,
lot.
because-
Like all of India's captains are basically besides
no,
Kohli,
yeah. KL Rahul, Sanju Samson.
Rishabh Pant.
Yeah.
So
I
I,
forget about Pant.
going back to this, I think so. There's three things I want to say. Sorry, the best batting effort in a losing effort besides Sanju Samson's against
Century, yeah. Against Punjab.
Pat Cummins comes in at 112 and 6 at 11.2 overs, having to chase 221 with only bowlers and Dinesh Karthik by his side, and he gets his team to over 200.
Yeah.
Secondly,
He was gonna be my man of the match, honestly. I know Faf did it, but like Faf is already established T20, okay? He doesn't need any more man of the matches.
secondly, although they became very close, Nitish Rana and Shubman Gill are like they're just not it. Like I said
no.
before, they're like decent, right? They're decent, but like
Nitish Rana's there, okay? He's good.
He's good. But
Okay.
but like just like if you think about the other opening batsmen, like Nitish Rana has had impact. Like I think he's a good player. Impact wise, him and Shubman Gill have not been there, but that's
No,
also
no, because
because
no.
they're injured a
Right now,
lot.
here's the thing. Rana is good. He's like good ODI T20. He can do it. Okay. Gill, I feel like is almost a replacement. Not exactly, but is slowly becoming a replacement for Pujara or something in tests because he bats really slow and he has such good technical skills, and he's really good in tests and really bad in limited overs cricket from what I've seen. So you know. I think he'll be like one of those Pujara players or something like that that only
Yeah.
plays tests, maybe ODIs. I think he'll be a really good fit for the ODI team when Rohit or Dhawan or whatever go, right?
Yeah.
But not for T20s, definitely
Okay, and then sorry, last thing I want to say, Pat
not.
Cummins in the same game scored the most runs in an over this season, and conceded the most runs in an innings this season.
That's pretty impressive.
He both scored, what was it, 66, and conceded
66 of 34.
58.
Yeah.
To be fair, Sam Curran also did that.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Cummins did that to Curran, so Curran now tied record.
Yeah, but Sam Curran's 58 was better because it had the wicket and all that. But
Yeah. Okay. I mean that was that game. That's probably the biggest game, or one of the most biggest games. Next
that was
game,
a fun game though. No. Like whatever side you were supporting, that was a fun game.
Yeah, it was.
And
Actually,
I know KKR.
maybe being a
like,
KKR fan for the first 70% wasn't fun. The last 30%
in the
was
end,
probably fun.
okay, in the end, KKR fans probably felt terrible for their top order because it sucks.
I think it shows the potential that this team has. Like this middle order has done nothing so far. It's been Gillen, Rana mostly, and then some other dude here and there. Ian Morgan, absolutely pathetic until recently. Like he's still pathetic in this game. But then those three people like DK. I mean, no one even thought Pat Cummins was going to do this, right? But DK's that was a good innings. Dre Russell, this is the Dre Russell that they need to see if they want to make the playoffs. Right, like Dre Russell has to be that dude every game, whether you're chasing or not. So yeah, it's a plus.
But
they lost it in
CSK always, but CSK always is producing. They've never done this before, ever. Okay, but CSK is now producing this season the most exciting matches, in my opinion, and that's really good. But what is the next match? Let's not spend too long on this one, even though it was great.
RCB Rajasthan, pretty basic game. RCB kind of
basic. Excuse me.
Okay, as in, I'm talking.
Dude,
okay.
Basic, in meaning Century Padikal.
Okay, I meant relative.
Kohli anchorship.
I meant relative. It's the first couple.
What do you mean relative?
Relative to the game that we just talked about.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I get it.
Once again, Josh Butler, I'm pretty sure does not break like more than 20 runs for like ever. And
I don't know, dude. 10 wicket wins do not happen that much. Let's talk about the game. I'm gonna shut up.
Josh Butler and David Miller, these dudes are supposed to be your best overseas players, and what do? Nothing.
They have the same problem as Sunrisers.
David Miller.
David Miller.
David Miller did well, I think, the game before that, but Josh Butler is the main key. Especially when you consider a lot of overseas players don't perform that well in IPL. A lot of same level at least, unless you're like a David Warner or something. I don't want. There wasn't much to. There wasn't. Okay. The one thing I want to talk about also was Harsha Patel, very expensive. Somehow still gets 3 wickets. So it's how I don't know how.
No. His time will come.
What was it?
His time will come.
Wait, I'm pretty sure Rajasthan's what a third of the way into the season, right? Harsha Patel has 17 wickets. 17. Okay.
Well, yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm just
and then,
I never expected him to be the purple cap. But before we go, I want to talk about Mohammad Siraj and his economical / wicket taking / how is he doing this?
You mean his brilliant Yorker to David Miller?
Yeah, I never expected Mohammad Siraj. I mean, okay, he was awesome in the tests for India. Okay,
you just didn't
test
think
series for India, he was the best. Yeah, I never thought that he would do it. I thought he would pull a Gill, where he's like, okay, good for one series, and then as all debutants are, right? But he's pulling his form right back into here.
Yeah, really solid. And then one other thing about the RCB, there's not much to say about the Rajasthan bowling, to be honest.
Another thing is this Chahal.
Yeah, I was just going to say
he's one of India's top choice spinners of the World T20,
and he's not.
And his spot is open right now. He's leaving his spot open right now. I don't know what's happening.
He's not getting wickets or stopping runs. He really doesn't.
And Kuldeep Yadav is just dead. He's in KKR and he's not even getting opportunities. So both of their spots are open. So
yeah.
One of them is going to take him by Jadeja, so there's literally only one more spot left, which this IPL is going to decide a lot for that. So
yeah. Then going to Rajasthan, RCB's bowling, Kohli and
what the hell, dude?
Particle.
I don't understand
Kohli
this.
hits
What the hell?
6K IPL runs. Particle hits a half century.
Did he actually?
Yeah, I think he got to 6K IPL runs.
Kohli's at 6K. Wow. Okay,
And then,
that's pretty impressive.
And then Particle basically gets 100 with a 200 strike rate, albeit against a underwhelming Rajasthan Royals bowling, but still cannot be taken away. What?
Dude,
he was starting
hit a
smashing
200 strike
start.
rate. 200 strike rate century. Like that never happens. Okay?
From the start too. From the start, 11 4 6 sixes. Like he it wasn't like he had to get going. He was going.
Yeah. And then Kohli
and then-
showed once again why he's the best anchor in the world, because he was like a strike rate of like 110 or 120 at one point, okay? And then accelerated all the way up to 153 after Padikkal. But then he also slowed down at the end a little bit. He was at 160, 165 at one point. He slowed down at the end to give Padikkal a century.
Yeah.
Props, because Padikkal needs that, so, you know.
Another thing.
They were in a position to do that, so.
Yeah. Another thing, in Kohli's post-match interview, he said, "Guys," so he says, "we don't have many standout names in bowling, but we have effective bowlers. Guys who can do it day in and day out. 4 times we've been the standout team in the death overs. We've actually restricted 30 to 35 runs." So, I mean, I looking back at it, he's true.
No, remember,
The
at the
past 4
beginning, what
games.
were we saying?
Talk about death
Right?
overs.
Exactly.
Specifically Mumbai, to be honest. Talk about that with Mumbai. Like, RCB's done that in the past 4 games.
No, because we were saying that at the beginning of the tournament that RCB will lose most of their matches if they play the same death bowling that they have in all the other seasons of the IPL. Because their death bowling has always been their number one weakness. They've seemed to taken care of that. No,
That's because they have.
CSK.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if I saw this RCB bowling, and I think you said this, I saw this RCB bowling before, and I was like, hey, Mohammad SRH probably played pretty well. Don't know who Jameson is. Don't know who Richardson is. Chahil's probably gonna play pretty well. Sunder's gonna be pretty decent, and I don't know who Harsh Patel is. Now I'm looking at this and saying, Jameson, Richardson still all right. They're pretty decent, I guess. SRH is playing really well. Chahil not playing well. Sundar is playing decent, and Harsh Patel, like I said, what the hell? 17. The closest, like, third place has 9. He has 17.
Yeah.
Avesh Khan is
One of the
second with
better,
12.
one of the best youngsters in this tournament, easily. Yeah, definitely.
He almost has double the wickets of Rashid Khan. What? Like, even when he conceded 47 runs, he's getting 3 wickets. It's mental. Okay, I mean that was pretty basic. Not basic. Not much to say.
Yeah.
RCB just dominated. There was no twist.
No,
there
yeah,
was
they did. I mean, like, we didn't talk about the bowling for Rajasthan. I guess we could talk about that.
We said it was bowler par.
How about it sucks?
Let's put that in.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. Chris Morris. I feel bad for them, in all honesty, because they don't have Jofra Archer, and Jofra Archer makes the team, okay? And
I'm pretty sure Jofra Archer was literally the most valuable player in terms of like runs, wickets, and everything combined.
Here's my problem though with this. I have 2 problems with Rajasthan. Okay, one, Chris Morris is leading their bowling attack, which is stupid. Okay, because he's a part-timer. Okay. Secondly, Ryan Parag. Okay, this guy annoys me with his sidearm bullshit. Okay, he actually annoys me. Okay, but whatever. I mean, because his sidearm bullshit. What did he do? He got smacked for 14 runs in 1 over. So you know what? It just doesn't work. Why does he have to be a meme like that?
So I think your audio cut out.
Did we? Did we? Oh, I was talking about Ryan Parag, I guess.
Yeah, I mean.
Are we back?
Okay, I didn't hear that, but yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear my Ryan Parag spiel?
No, I didn't.
Okay, no,
actually.
it's fine. You don't need
I
to
could
comment
put
on it. It's
recording
fine.
down so you can listen.
Yeah, you can listen to it later. I just said how Ryan Parag's sidearm action is annoying me because it's stupid. Why he tries to change his bowling action in the middle of an over, and he got smacked for 14 runs, so it doesn't work anyway. So whatever.
Okay, wait. Kings in Mumbai. So the trend continues.
Hold
Kings
on.
11,
What match was this? 17?
17, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Match 17. Yeah. Okay.
So the trend continues of Mumbai not scoring 150 plus, 160 plus, and Kings 11 being the most inconsistent team. Because one day they decide to have trash bowling, and one day they decide, you know what, only 4 of 6 bowlers are going to have an economy under 5.5. That too, their best bowler had Arshdeep Singh is the best bowler, I think, and his economy was 9. Right. So you're telling me that the second, third, fourth, and fifth bowlers all just demolished, which I don't understand.
I'm telling you that. In what world is Moses Henriquez your most economical bowler? Seriously?
He isn't all that.
And I know, but like Moses Henriquez, Deepak Huda, Muhammad Shami, obviously. Yeah, but like, dude. And yeah, Punjab Kings is so hot and cold. It's insane. Okay. Okay.
No,
here's my
wait.
Mumbai. Here's my Mumbai spiel. Okay.
Yeah,
I want to talk about Mumbai. So, okay. Chennai and Mumbai were singled out at the start of this tournament because Chennai was playing 5 matches at Mumbai, which they kind of suck at, and then Mumbai's playing 5 matches at Chennai, which they also kind of suck at. Why? Because Mumbai requires fast pitches for all their good batsmen and their fast bowlers, while Chennai requires spinny pitches and slow for all their slow batsmen and spinners, right? And so Chennai has adapted to Wankhede really well. And now Delhi apparently really well, but Delhi's pretty similar to what they're used to. Mumbai has not adapted to Chennai whatsoever, and it's kind of sad. And I want to see, because they've only played matches at Chennai. They're like the only team that has not played in like another ground or something like that, right? I want to see if it was actually Chennai that was causing their problems in tomorrow's game, basically. I want to see if it was actually Chennai that was causing their problems, or if they move to another ground, okay, can they fix their batting? Because this is actually ridiculous, okay? Quinton de Kock, I don't know why you would bat him on spinny pitches in India. I just don't, but whatever. I guess you need a wicketkeeper. But you have Ishan Kishan, so you don't need a wicketkeeper, and he gives you another overseas slot.
But
so
he
I
also
don't know why he's there.
gives you 6 of 17. Ishan Kishan.
Okay, yeah. Ishan Kishan's another problem, but he's an Indian player, so whatever.
That's fair.
Okay, Rohit Sharma and Surya Kumar Yadav again proving why they're the only 2 good batsmen so far from Mumbai.
Fun fact, Yadav is the only Mumbai Indian player to score 50. So up before this game, Surya Kumar Yadav was the only Mumbai Indians player to score 50 until Rohit 63.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
which is
Rohit.
Pathetic.
Yeah, from like these are the champions from last season. They're the defending champions.
And their team's
and then
not that
Hardik Pandya.
The team's not that
And
different.
Hardik Pandya is making me cry, honestly.
He's playing worse than Morgan. at least Morgan's captain. He's doing something.
No, Hardik Pandya is making me cry. He's literally my second favorite Indian player besides Jadeja, okay, and he's making me cry. So I just can't, okay.
He's not even an all-rounder, right? Like he is, but he has.
No, because he's not bowling here because he's saving that for the World T20s. But I'm like, why? If you're here as a specialist batsman, at the end, okay, you should take on a Pollard role and smack some shit, okay? But he can't do it. And Krunal Pandya, I mean, he's a spinner, so okay, but like, dude, Kieran Pollard.
Hold on. Krunal Pandya had a really good start in the beginning in terms of bowling and economy-wise, right? He's not really been that amazing recently.
Okay,
and
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Mumbai squad. This is the exact same squad they played. Exact same. They played in the final against Delhi, I think, right? Okay. It's kind of the same thing with Chennai, where Chennai was terrible with the exact same squad, and then they add an extra player, and then they become a god, okay? And then Mumbai were awesome last season. And then I know they're playing at Chennai, which is their kryptonite, but like, then they're not doing so hot right now. When Pollard and the Pandya bros do not score, do not get Mumbai over a good total, they just can't do it. I don't understand.
Can't do anything.
And their spinners, man. Their spinners are actually pretty okay. Rahul Chahar is good. Giant Yadav is good. Trent Bolt or Krunal Pandya is crap. Trent Bolt is actual crap. Okay.
Okay, wait. Let's not disrespect Trent Bolt like that. It was
I'm not disrespecting Trent Bolt.
like you
on
said,
their day,
Chennai.
Yeah, no. On their day, Bolt and Bumrah, if they're not playing on Chennai, which has no support for fast bowlers, okay, they'll destroy you. I've seen it way too many times last season, so yeah, I know that. I'm just joking.
I gotta go in like 20, so let's try to finish this up.
Yeah, sure. We have plenty of matches to go over. We'll do someone like.
I just wanted to congratulate Kings 11 for chasing the total in under 18, so their net run rate was basically +1, and then 2, they didn't capitulate like they normally do.
So, and they actually won a match. I think we should congratulate them for winning a match.
They didn't capitulate, and they had what 20 balls left.
Winning a match seems to be a problem for KKR Punjab. Rajasthan and Sunrisers.
Sunrise. No, Sunrisers specifically. They're like cursed. But let's go on the next game. Like I think the next game was pretty good. Was it pretty good?
We'll do what game are we on? 17. So we have what? 18,
18, 19,
19.
20, 21.
So we'll do 18, 19, and then leave
Let's do 20.
the other 4
Let's do
plus
20.
whatever. Okay, we'll go up to 20. Yeah, we'll do 3 more matches and then yeah. Okay.
I think Sunrise DC was a super over, right?
Yeah. No, we'll do up till 20. It's fine. Okay.
So
Match 18 at Mumbai, low scoring at Mumbai, which is pretty insane. Between Rajasthan and Kolkata, so that makes sense why it was low scoring.
I was watching. So these teams were both trash, right? As we both know.
Yeah.
I was watching. You know how like so when you watch the highlights, they show like statistics, like for some players, like this person has more sixes than fours. Like this person, Varun Chakravarti is the only player to have taken 5 wickets in a game last season, or this dude's about to hit 6,000 runs. Like they just roasted everyone. Like they were like, "Oh, Ian Morgan has had 45 runs in the past 4 innings." I'm like, "Is this supposed to be good?" No statistic they gave of anyone was like something worth. Like,
it's supposed to be good for a specialist captain. Although Dhoni's doing a better specialist captain role than Morgan is. I never thought I'd see the day. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Going into KKR.
Before we talk about this match, I want to talk about one thing. What do you think of the IPL this season? Because last season was extremely close. This season, just the top 3-4 teams are just so different from the bottom 4 teams. Actually, the top 3 teams are so different from the bottom 5 teams. It's like insane.
I think top 3. So like if you look in the leaderboards, RCB and
because Mumbai still only has 2 wins. Like as much as we like to think that they're good, So I group them in with the bottom.
So here's the thing: there's only 5 games, right? And when you only have a sample size of 5 games, and by the time it's gonna be 15 games, you're gonna have like very close ties. Like that's why this makes the IPL so competitive. But RCB and CSK have undoubtedly been the best teams. On their day, off their day, they would find a way to win. When they're on their day, they dominate, right? DC's had off games, not the best games, but they're definitely third best team. Mumbai should be.
I would say with Mumbai, they're not even third best team in my opinion, because they would have lost those matches against Sunrisers and Kolkata if they didn't shit the bed during the chase and actually forget how to bat. Okay,
so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th all have 4 points or something.
Yeah.
Sunrisers is less than 2. So like Mumbai should be the best team. They just it's just so weird to say they think that they're not.
Because tomorrow's match, one of them is against Mumbai and Rajasthan, okay? If one of them wins, the points table does not change. Like, the top 3 do not change.
I was saying this. If Sunrisers had won today, they would have been 5th or 4th.
Yeah, I know. They would have been
8th, which is insane. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back to the game, because I also want to talk about the next game after which is fun.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
KKR changed some things up, and they put Narayan at 4. And I don't know what it was, but Narayan his swing just seemed a little more sluggish. I don't know. He just didn't seem like it was the Narayan back in.
What did they used to do with Narayan? They used to put Narayan at the top, right?
They opened it with Chris Lynn.
Okay, that's kind of ridiculous.
They would get like 50 runs in the first 4 overs.
I remember those. Yeah. Those are fun.
Another notable thing: Ian Morgan gets run out without scoring. So before I thought he was bad. Now he just has bad luck because.
Hey, see, you can't screw up if you don't get a chance to bet. Okay.
It was really bad. It was really bad communication and bad luck. But
I've seen 2 Diamond Ducks now. One with him and one with Puran, and I just don't understand why runouts are so common in this IPL. But okay.
And that too, when we criticized the fielding before earlier in the season. Chetan Sakaria, Jaydev Nadkart, and Mustafizur Rahman have very solid bowling outings. And then Chris Morris just has to get 4 wickets. He basically just cleaned up the rest of the order.
He did.
And Sakaria has been a brilliant fielder. I feel like I only see him like in 4 or 5 games, but like his fielding reminds me of like someone like not Jadeja, like in terms of athleticism, but Jadeja in the sense that this dude's always like where the ball is. I don't know what it is. Maybe I haven't watched that much. Very well-rounded effort.
No, I could see that. I know what you're saying. So yeah. And Sakaria's favorite player is MS Dhoni. I remember because he dismissed Dhoni in one of the matches, and he gave him like a salute or something like that.
Yeah.
So he has huge respect for him. So I could see, uh, if he was in like a CSK or something like that, he would have the exact same Jadeja role
Yeah.
in the field. No, I definitely see what you're talking about. Yeah.
So then looking through
But then
this, yeah, continue.
Rajasthan almost bottled this chase.
They almost did, right? And I'm thinking once again, Butler does not perform. Sanju Samson cannot be your best batter. He's good.
I mean, he should be your best batter.
No,
but he
okay.
just isn't. Okay.
No, well, he is. But just
Okay, no,
season.
he
I'm
is
saying,
now. But yeah.
I'm saying Sanju Samson cannot do things by himself. He
No,
needs,
that's
he needs
true.
support.
No, yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm glad like Dubé and Tavatia here and there kind of show up, right? But that's not good. Like, you can't have show up here and there for IPL. You need to have like someone that can do it on a like. You need a Dhawan, you need a Rohit, you need a Jadeja, you need someone, right, to like do that. And like they almost choked this. Cummins, before we go, they're kind of expensive, but they were kind of lacking a little bit. And then when Rahul Tavatia went out 100 for 4 and 13.4 overs, then David Miller comes in and Sanju Samson comes in. It's a low total. They just have to make sure they don't get out, and they take it. They take the win. But it was honestly, if I'm Rajasthan, I'm kind of pissed. The fact that this game was
Morgan
a lot
seems to
closer
have
than it had
this.
to be.
Owen Morgan seems to have this interesting strategy where he bowls spinners in the power play, like a CSK would. Okay, and I don't like that's
English.
not effective right now.
He's
Like,
English.
that's
That's
how-
fine.
I mean, I understand why you do it against Mumbai because Mumbai can't play spin. Okay, but why do you do it in this match?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. But it worked out. I'm not gonna like when things work out. You don't question it.
You don't. Then we'll go into my favorite game of the year.
I forgot about this one. I don't know how.
So, I think we can both say at the same time that I can't think of a better all-round performance in IPL. Maybe there
Dude.
is, but
This was all-round performance, but Jadeja mastership. Okay.
this was this like there's one game I'm trying to remember against New Zealand like 2016 where Jadeja basically carried his team from like there's a New Zealand game and they had to chase 320. They had 6 wickets down. The required run rate was like 8, and they had 25 overs left, and they somehow still like tied the game. But like, but barring that, Gaikwad decent, Duplessis decent, Raina decent, Ryu okay. Jadeja comes in. He comes in, and what are they? They're 111 for 2, 13.4 overs, and they score 80 runs
So how much is that?
in 6.2 overs.
So that's
That's
about
okay.
8 runs and over. They had right. So
Sorry,
they had
no.
about 8 runs and over.
Yeah, and then they switched that run rate until in the last 6 overs to like 14.
Yeah.
Well, not 14, like 12 or something, 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we know what you're saying.
let's cut to the chase here. Ravindra Jadeja 62 of 28, 37 in the last over, and then he goes in the bowling side, and in 4 overs gets 3 wickets, mainly.
You didn't talk about the best part of the
Maxwell,
match. You didn't talk about the best part of the match.
the drop.
No, the Harsha Patel looking human.
What? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean,
The best part of the
Harsh
match
Patel
was-
still got 3 fucking wickets, so
I know. Okay, but he was what? He was like 3 for 14 or something like that, right?
Harsh Patel, yeah,
And,
and then
like-
he just goes sick. I think Harsh Patel, he ended with
3 for 51,
51, so that means he was 3 for 14, and then
which is
God-
not bad. Okay.
God forgive his soul, Jadeja decides to show him who's over.
That was highlight of the year.
Wait, so but before, so Jadeja also gets 3 for 13 in 4 overs and gets a run out, and let's not forget, Jadeja was dropped on 0.
Was he actually?
He was dropped by Dan
Oh
Christian.
yeah, he was. He was.
And
he
also,
was.
Harsha Patel was on a hat-trick ball when Jadeja came in. Jadeja stops it, obviously doesn't get out. I think the next over is when he gets dropped, and then Jadeja was like, "You made a big mistake," and decides to go sicko. And then
So even better. It's even better than 6 sixes because it's a 37, right?
It's 37.
I've never seen a 37 before.
yeah,
So.
I think he scored 36, 37 runs were in the over, because I think one was a no ball or
A no ball. Yeah. It was a no ball.
But he just made it look so casual.
That was so smart.
And then, do you have anything else to say about CSK or CSK's batting or RCB's bowling?
I'm impressed with Dhoni's ability to back up. So I have a couple of things to say. I'm impressed with Dhoni's ability to back up players like Gaikwad because he's had 3 horrific matches and now 3 excellent matches. This is the second one, right?
Yeah.
Faf, I've always considered him to be a slow player, but we need him at the top because CSK have a middle order to accelerate. They have Jadeja, they have Karan, they have Raina, they have Raidu. Everybody can accelerate. So they have that middle order. If we take it kind of slow at the top and make sure that we don't lose wickets like RCB did, okay, then I think we're going to be fine. My only thing is Raidu, I don't understand his position in the team. Like,
that's a very good point.
I mean, I don't want to drop him because he's not done anything wrong, okay? So we're not going to drop him, obviously. I'm just like, he doesn't even bat. Like, he didn't even bat in today's match for CSK. So like, it's just kind of interesting, you know. So. And I don't think he fields. I think somebody else. I think Gotham comes in to field for him. He's just like a specialist batsman that's there to fill up the 11. Because CSK only needs 10 players to win, apparently. So.
Wait. So going back to just bowling, it wasn't like Harshit Patel just got 3 random wickets, right? But it wasn't like Jadeja got random wickets. He first runs out Dan Christian with a direct hit. Then he gets Sundar out.
Why would you hit it to Jadeja and then choose to run on that ball? I thought we agreed that we don't do that.
I don't know, man. He's Australian. He does what he wants. Then he gets Sundar out. Yeah. It's alright. It's decent. Then he bowls Glenn Maxwell and AB de Villiers. The best bowl, the 2 of the strongest batsmen for RC. Like,
I know. It's like, okay, first Glenn Maxwell. Okay, Glenn Maxwell was doing some damage. He was 22 off 15, right? So I'm like, okay, he could maybe take the game away from us if he gets going, okay? And then AB de Villiers, man, one of the balls of the tournament, okay? He did not pick it up, that one, because it like spun a little bit too much, I think, and he just didn't pick it, okay? And getting ABD out, okay, it's just, you basically ruin RCB's best batsman. So they basically have no chance at
that too when you already took a Kohli and Particle.
But RCB does not have. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you go.
Okay, I'm saying RCB did not just have 1 run out; they had 2. Imran Tahir, playing his first match for CSK this season, also got a run out. And I'm like, what? Why are you doing this? Okay, and they just did not care at that point. Okay, like AB de Villiers got out. Glenn Maxwell got out. I understand at that point it's pretty much over. But Dan Christian and Kyle Jamison can still win you some matches, okay? Maybe. If they pull a KKR once in a blue moon, okay? And they could have did some run rate stuff, okay? So they didn't lose by 69 runs, okay? Epic meme right there. But, like, they didn't. They literally gave up. And SRH got a 6 at the end, which was special, I guess. But, I don't know. RCB just gave up in this match. And they've been the most dominant team before this, okay? And I don't understand really what happened, apart from the Jadeja show. But no.
So here's the thing. So they started off the first 3 overs scoring 44 runs, and the first 5 overs scoring 54 runs, and then just kind of slowed down from there. And if I'm really looking at that, if I'm looking at the game, the runouts, the catches, Mitchell Santner nearly pulled off a 1-legged screamer from the boundary, right? Yeah. Ryan had a really good catch. To catch Saini. CSK had really good fielding, running wise.
They had really good fielding in this match. They had really good fielding in today's match, and this is the old age home. How's the old age home having such good fielding? I think it's because of this. Raidu, you can so last season we had to hide 3 players. Okay, we had to hide Raidu, Watson, okay, and Imran Tahir. We had to hide 3 players, right? This season, Imran Tahir does not even play that much, okay? So we only have to hide 1 person, which is Raidu, which we do by replacing him with the younger person, Gotham, usually, okay? Which means now the team, Old Age Home, is made up with Dhoni, who's a gun wicketkeeper, okay? Then you have Karan, who's an excellent fielder, Jadeja's an excellent fielder, Faf, who's an excellent fielder, Gaikwad, who's a young person, and he's an opening batsman, which means he's pretty good on the ground as well. Yeah. So,
don't forget Rhino.
Old Age Home CSK.
Don't forget Dwayne Bravo.
I do forget about Rhino sometimes, in all honesty.
Dwayne Bravo.
So, like, this team, this Old Age Home team, has the best fielders, and it shows. Because in every single match, they save so many runs by fielding. Like, easily 15-20 runs against the competition on fielding.
They've always been a really good CSK. I mean, they've always been pretty decent.
No. Last year's fielding was bad. No, last year's fielding was absolutely garbage.
Besides last year, I'm trying to think, like, back when Jadeja, Ryan, and Glenn
I guess, yeah.
Glavo were in the prime.
2014, 2015. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But this was a pretty standard game. I think RCB, they came out blistering. They just didn't have enough.
Yeah.
Particle
did do 228. Particle did do 228 strike rate, and
he started off well. It just wasn't enough.
Shardul Thakur took his wicket. Your favorite bowler. Okay, yeah. As long as I'm just gonna say this right now before we move on to the Super Over match, and I think that's gonna be our last game. But okay, yeah. Shardul Thakur, okay, as long as he performs for India in Tests, ODIs, T20s, whatever, okay,
you don't care.
He can shit the bed for the IPL. I don't care. Okay, I just need him to perform for India. Okay, that's it. Mm-hmm. He performed amazingly for the England series. Okay, besides Bhuvi, our best bowler, which is I know super surprising to you, but like he was seriously our best bowler. Okay. And I don't care. He can shit the bed. Get all his bad luck out for here, so we have a World T20 squad that's good. Okay. Okay.
Getting rid of bad juju.
But last thing is meme 69 runs. I don't know how these memes always happen with RCB, but they just do. So
that's because you're making it.
Yeah.
So so this game. Sorry, I was gonna go to the next game. Sunrisers in DC. Yeah. A very interesting game. So I have a lot of points here. First thing I want to say, Shaw and Dhawan still pretty strong duo up front. They didn't have the best game today, but Prithvi Shaw went out for some stupid communication. Dhawan played really well. Pan played decent. Like DC played pretty decently, right? Like it wasn't like too much power. So
why is there two names? Why is there two names for the run out? Is that a thing?
Yeah, because it's the person who threw it and the person who fielded it.
No. They usually. Oh, really? Is that a thing? I never knew that. I never looked at scorecards. I guess. No, it did. It did also happen in Sunrisers innings, so that is a thing, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And then Jagadish Suchit. Don't know who he is, but he bowled pretty well, and then he also did well with bowling. Vijay Shankar, low economy. Rashid Khan had an average day. Nothing too interesting. I want to get into the other side though.
You have Steve Smith instead of Rahane, which means you lose out on a foreign spot, and they basically do the same exact thing. I guess Steve Smith is slightly better than Rahane. Okay,
slightly still. Better than Rahane.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I know, but like, just have Rahane there, open up an extra overseas slot. I don't know. But Rahane was actually he was bad for like the first 3 matches for DC, so I understand why they switched to Smith. All right, I'm not gonna shit too much on that decision.
And then,
all right, bowling for what's his face? Bowling for.
I mean, I don't want to bowl for Sunrisers. Just Suchit and Shankar played. Suchit, Shankar, and Rashid played pretty well. Siddharth Kaul played pretty well. Nothing too. The biggest thing was Jagadish Suchit. I just didn't know who he was, and he comes in with the lowest economy for the day. Sunrisers. But I wanted to get into Sunrisers innings.
Yeah, because Sunrisers have to chase 159,
and
right?
Chasing something they've not done well.
And chasing is not something that they do well.
David Warner gets run out.
And it's in Chennai, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So David Warner gets run out by a beautiful ball by Rabada. Run out by Rabada.
Yeah, no, I remember that one, yeah.
John Bairstow has a really good start, but Avish Khan once again.
He threw away his wicket. He literally threw away his wicket. I can see the catch in my head right now, okay? He literally threw away his wicket, okay? But Kane Williamson, again, proving why he's boss, okay?
Yeah, and then the middle order doing what they've been doing, which is nothing. But then Jagadish Suchit, I think the game came down to 10 off 3 balls or 12 off 3 balls, something like that. And then he hit a big 6 that made this game close. It's like there's something I literally put this in my notes. Suchit did something Vijay Shankar could never do: chase a total. So Kane Williamson had someone that he could get the strike to. During those last overs, and then this is where it gets really funny. So there's this Chennai, right? So Rabada and Stoinis aren't as good. But meanwhile, Akshar Patel, Ashwin, and Mishra do really well. And I think they were gonna put in Rabada or something like that. And Akshar Patel tells his captain, "No, I got this." Right? Virendra Sehwag tweeted out, I think before or after, I'm not sure. He said, Unless Bairstow was in the toilet, can't get why he's not be your first choice in the Super Over when he scored 38 off 18 in the main innings And look, the king is
I
hit.
remember Warner's
Baffling.
stupid decision of not using Bairstow in the Super Over. I forgot about that.
Hyderabad fought well, but they only themselves to blame for the strange decision. So, and I get Bairstow, like he was the strongest batter in
No,
the strike rate.
Bairstow walks into any Super Over for a team he plays.
No, I understand that, but this is it gets even funnier here. So Akshar Patel, I'm pretty sure, begged or asked the captain, "Yo, I got this, right?" He does really well to limit Kane Williamson and David Warner to one boundary and 6 balls. Right?
Yeah.
Rashid Khan gets, and he's going against Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan is really solid. Punt has like a chip shot, like Punt miss hits it, but it's over the fielder into the gap for a cheeky lucky boundary.
Oh yeah, a rare boundary off of Rashid Khan.
Dhawan didn't score. Dhawan had 2 balls. He didn't score in the Super Over. So here's the thing: Rashid Khan conceded 5 runs. Akshar Patel conceded 6. So Rashid Khan conceded less runs than Akshar Patel, despite Rashid Khan losing the Super Over because of all the leg byes.
Yeah.
And like that, I don't know why I thought that was so funny. And then
No, I see.
Kane Williamson in his post-match interview said he's tired of finishing second in Super Overs.
Did he actually say that?
He said
He referenced the World Cup debacle.
I mean, I didn't watch the entire interview. I don't know if he said it specifically, but he said, "I'm tired of finishing second in Super Overs."
That's really funny.
So funny.
I do love Kane Williamson though. He's awesome.
It's just unfortunate for him to have another brilliant innings, and middle order does what? No double digits. And then, like I said, his bowler does better, but they still lost.
Okay, but Sunrisers have always had a trash middle order all the time. Okay, like Ben Cutting was in their middle order at one point, and he won the final for Sunrisers.
Yeah, but at least Sunrisers had a really good bowling attack back then, so it didn't matter. They had Bowie playing top tier.
I know you combine this middle order with not having Bhubaneswar or Natharajan. Okay, and I kind of understand why they're last on the table. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm looking at names: Virat Singh, Kedar Jadhav, Abhishek Sharma, and I'm thinking. Those dudes do not. Okay, Kedar Jadhav does for some reason, but those dudes do not make the goddamn national team unless your name is Vijay Shankar, in which way you scammed your way into the system. But like you said, very good point. The best 3 batters, best 4 players are overseas. Warner, Bairstow,
they are. Yeah.
And no IPL team has ever had at least. No, I'm pretty sure every single IPL winning team has had 2 of the best 4 players as Indians. I can't think of teams.
Easily.
Maybe Kings London lost that year. Sorry, it was Glenn Maxwell, Joy Bailey, David Miller.
No, but they still Kings London that year had Manish Pandey.
They had that was KKR.
No, sorry, that was KKR.
They had
who did they have? No, who got the thing? Was it Saha? Who got the other century in that match?
Saha got the century. No, it was 1 century.
No, I know. One person got like 90 and then another person got a century.
Pandey got 90, but he was a KKR.
Okay, and then Saha got the century.
Saha got the century, but I'm saying Kings 11 back then had Virendra Sehwag.
Oh, they did have. Yeah. They did have. So still they had an Indian contingent. Yeah. Here's my thing. Here's how I would fix SRH because they really don't have anything. Okay. David Warner's, I was reading in one of the highlights or something like that, okay? Warner's strike rate in the IPL against pace is like 130. Against spin, it's like 150 or something like that, okay? Don't have Warner have the burdency of this captaincy and have to go against his weakness, pace bowling, okay? And move Warner down to 4, okay? And bring Manish Pandey up to open with Bairstow. So you have Pandey, Bairstow, Williamson, and David Warner at 4. David Warner's stats at 4 is like an average of 40 at a strike rate of 140 or something like that in 9 innings, okay? That is the most ideal situation because then you have Pandey, who's a slow starter, batting with Bairstow, who's a fast starter, okay? And both of them will complement each other really well. Williamson can stabilize the innings when Bairstow gets out, okay? And then Warner, who takes time against pacers, but who smacks spinners, will be able to bat in the middle order against spinners, okay? That will at least get SRH, in my opinion, to a decent total, okay? I don't understand why they try to have all of their stuff at the top, and then when the top does not fire, and then obviously the middle order is going to fail every time, okay?
I think
rare innings, okay?
I think they've done the most switching around in terms of players. Like they played Nabi and they taken him off. Played Savili Manzar and taken him off.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude, and they put in Suchit had a really good game.
Yeah, Nabi, Jason Holter, on and off. Yeah.
If hopefully Suchit can be the Indian dude that like, every good team or decent team has that one Indian dude that no one's really heard of that much, and they like decide to like play a little better. Suchit could be that dude. Basal Thampi, he's played for Sunrisers too. He's still on the team. Back then, I'm pretty sure he got wickets here and there. Either that, he's had a passion celebration. And let's not forget, this team still has Jason Roy.
But that's another stupid thing. Another overseas opener. Why would they buy that?
I'm trying to think.
That's the stupid thing. Again with the SRH. The SRH management is honestly extremely crap. Okay, because you buy another overseas opener. When you don't need an overseas opener. You have like 3 of them. Okay.
Like actual openers, not even like these dudes are actual openers.
Yeah, like Jason Roy is an actual like T20.
Overseas Jason Roy is not even a 2, he's a 1, right? I mean,
why can't you bring an Indian spinner?
Wait, who's
actually decent?
Who's the other?
They could have bid heavily for Gotham or whatever because he's sitting on the bench for CSK. Okay.
Who opens with Jason?
Or they could have bought Pujara and stabilized the middle order because Pujara would be doing better than whatever Keith Jadhav was doing. Okay, so.
Who opens with Jason Roy? Is it Joe Blue? Or John? Is it best? Sorry.
Who opens with who?
Who opens with Jason Roy? How you used to?
In T20s? In T20s? I think sometimes Bairstow bets at 4 in T20s for England for some reason. When they're acting stupid.
Regardless, like you said...
Hold on, I can look up the India.
David Warner, Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow, Kane Williamson. That's so much overseas talent that you cannot fit into one team. Like, you literally cannot fit those 4 players.
Joss Butler.
Butler opens, I think he's 3rd.
Yeah, Joss Butler, because they have their new number 1 T20 batsman, David Milan, who's 3.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then Bairstow's 4, Morgan's 5.
And
yeah.
So here's the thing, right? Like Bhuvaneshwar hasn't been playing that well. That's why you see them not winning. The Natarajan, Kaul, Saha, Vijay Shankar, Basal Thampi, Abhishek Sharma. These are all like dudes who either were never expected to play well, or they're dudes that have played well before and they're just not doing it again. Like, what is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar doing? Like, he's being Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Bada, and Chahal are 3 people.
He's out now. He's injured. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's gone.
Well, yeah, but even when he was here, he didn't play that well. I'm saying Bhuvaneshwar Kumar,
again,
Bada, and
as
Chahal
long as Bhuvaneshwar Kumar performs from India, but I get what you're saying from a SRH standpoint. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Those 3 dudes were basically top 5 in wicket taking for the past 3 years. Something new there.
Let's look at the 2018 SRH team compared 2018 SRH team versus the 2021.
I have to go now.
Okay, yeah, we'll go. No, just I want to say 2018 SRH team. Okay, had Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as best, Kane Williamson. Everybody was firing. They had a better middle order. They had a much better bowling attack. Okay, and that's what you need in a T20 game. So I agree. Still, we should leave it there. Okay, we have 3 more matches and then whatever's happening until the weekend. So we'll end it there. Okay. So stop it now.